There is a whirlwind of information swirling around right now concerning Social Security, and frankly, it's enough to make anyone's head spin, but a recent decision initiated by President Trump has truly set the stage for some significant shifts that millions of Americans absolutely must be aware of, starting this very moment. We are on the cusp of some very real and tangible changes to your monthly checks. We have critical payment dates coming up literally this week that you cannot afford to miss, and there's a looming possibility of a benefit increase that could dwarf anything we've anticipated in recent memory. I am fully aware that navigating the complexities of Social Security news can be an incredibly confusing and, let's be honest, a deeply stressful experience, particularly when that monthly check is the bedrock of your budget, the money you rely on to keep the lights on and put food on the table. It is with that understanding that I've dedicated countless hours to meticulously combing through every official update from the Social Security Administration, poring over the fine print of newly signed executive orders, and dissecting all the intricate policy changes so that you don't have to carry that burden. My goal is to distill all of this complex information into something clear, actionable, and easy to understand. Before we delve into the heart of these updates, I have a very small but very important request that will take you no more than 2 seconds. If you could please take a moment to hit that like button on this video, it would mean the world. It's a simple click for you, but it signals to the platform that this is vital information, which helps ensure that more people just like you who need to know these details, will be able to see it. I can promise you that the information I am about to share has the potential to directly impact your financial well-being and could result in real, tangible money finding its way into your pocket. So, let's get right into the thick of it, because we have a substantial amount of ground to cover and every detail matters. The first and most immediate piece of news concerns your upcoming payment for the month of October. For anyone waiting on their Social Security payment, I need you to circle Wednesday, October 22nd on your calendar in bright red ink. This is the date the Social Security Administration has confirmed it will be distributing payments to all recipients whose birthdays happen to fall between the 21st and the 31st of any given month. I have been flooded with comments and messages from concerned individuals asking with a palpable sense of worry, with all the chaos happening in Washington, will I still receive my payment? Let me put your mind at ease with a definitive and resounding yes. The SSA has been unequivocal in its confirmation that the payment schedule is proceeding exactly as planned, with absolutely no interruptions or delays. Your money is secure, it is on its way, so please allow yourself to take a deep, calming breath on that front. However, this is where we must transition to a critical update you absolutely need to be aware of, and it directly involves the executive order from President Trump that I mentioned earlier. This is a monumental change, and it's a decision that has understandably made a lot of people quite unhappy. As a direct result of this recently signed executive order, the practice of issuing paper Social Security checks is being officially and permanently eliminated. If you are someone who has historically received a physical check delivered by your mail carrier, please understand that September 30th marked the final day that the Social Security Administration sent out those paper checks. From this point forward, the system is transitioning to a direct deposit-only model. This means your payment will now be electronically deposited directly into your designated bank account. To be perfectly clear, you will not be receiving a physical check in the mail any longer. Now, I can already hear the thoughts and concerns of many of you. You might be thinking, but I don't have a bank account, or I live in a remote rural area where access to banking services is difficult and inconvenient, or perhaps direct deposit has caused significant problems for me in the past. Please listen to me very carefully on this point. You are not without options, but you must be proactive. It is imperative that you contact the Social Security Administration immediately to explain your specific circumstances. If the requirement of receiving direct deposit would create a genuine, demonstrable hardship for you, or if you reside in a geographical location where there is no financial institution within a reasonable distance, you need to articulate this to them directly. They have a process in place to review these cases on an individual basis and will make a determination on whether you qualify for an exception to this new rule. Do not simply resign yourself to being out of luck or assume there's nothing that can be done. You must make that phone call. Their service lines are open from Monday through Friday, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. And yes, I'll be blunt, the reality is you might find yourself on hold for a considerable amount of time, but the importance of this call cannot be overstated. Okay, with that covered, let's now shift our focus to the topic everyone is eager to hear about, the cost of living adjustment, more commonly known as your COLA, because this is where the situation gets truly compelling and potentially life-changing. All seniors and Social Security recipients need to mark another date on their calendars, Friday, October 24th. That's this coming Friday. Many of you have expressed confusion because this announcement typically occurs earlier in October, but due to the complex administrative situation within the government, the date has been officially pushed back. The Bureau of Labor Statistics is scheduled to publish the crucial September Consumer Price Index data on the morning of Friday, October 24th, precisely at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Immediately following that data release, the Social Security Administration will perform its calculations and officially announce your COLA for the year 2026. Let me be clear. Regardless of whether the government is operating at full capacity or not, this announcement is locked in and it is happening. The Bureau of Labor Statistics has confirmed this schedule. Now this is the part where you need to lean in and pay extremely close attention, because your benefit increase is poised to go in one of two very different directions, and the financial disparity between them is absolutely massive. In scenario 1, which we can call the standard increase, the outcome is based on the current formula. According to the analysis from the Senior Citizens League, a respected nonpartisan organization that meticulously tracks these figures, if the government sticks with the existing calculation method, you can expect a COLA of approximately 2.7% to 2.8%. For the average Social Security recipient who currently receives around $1,900 per month, this translates to a modest increase of about $54 to $58 per month. Annually, that would amount to an extra $648 to $696. This increase, while helpful, would apply across the board to all 70 million Americans receiving benefits, including those on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and spousal benefits. Now, let's explore scenario 2, the potential for a much larger, more meaningful increase. This is where things become genuinely exciting. There is a significant and powerful push happening at this very moment to fundamentally change the way the COLA is calculated. A growing chorus of lawmakers, alongside influential advocacy organizations like the Senior Citizens League, are intensely lobbying the Trump administration to abandon the current metric known as the CPIW and adopt a new, more representative metric called the CPIE. You might be wondering why this alphabet soup of acronyms is so important. The reason is profound. The CPIW, the current formula, measures inflation based on the spending habits of urban wage earners and clerical workers, essentially younger, working individuals. The CPIE, on the other hand, is the Consumer Price Index for the elderly. It is specifically designed to measure inflation, as it is actually experienced by seniors. It tracks the costs of the goods and services that you actually spend your money on, your rent or mortgage payments, your grocery bills, and most critically, your prescription drug costs and overall healthcare expenditures. And here's the crucial fact. Healthcare costs consistently rise at a much faster rate than most other goods and services, and it's undeniable that seniors allocate a far greater portion of their income to healthcare than younger working people do. If this pivotal switch to the CPIE is made, the projections from analysts and economic experts are staggering. Instead of that $54 to $58 monthly increase, your benefits could rise by an incredible $300 to $500 per month. Let that sink in. We are talking about a potential increase of $3,600 to $6,000 more per year directly into your pocket. Now, I must be very clear and manage expectations. This change has not been finalized yet. However, the pressure on the administration to make this switch is intensifying daily. The core argument is that the current CPIW metric is an outdated relic that no longer accurately reflects the true financial pressures and expenses that seniors face in today's economy. For those of you who receive Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, please pay close attention, because this next part is specifically for you and it's very important. You will be receiving 2 checks during the month of October. You will get your first check around your normal expected payment date, and then you will receive a second check toward the end of October. Now, before you get overly excited, it's crucial to understand that this is not extra or bonus money. This second check is actually your November payment being delivered early. This happens because November 1st falls on a weekend this year, and the SSA has a standing policy to always issue payments early whenever the first of the month lands on a weekend or a federal holiday. So, while you will enjoy the cash flow of 2 checks in October, you will subsequently receive no check at all in November. Please do not panic when November arrives and a payment doesn't appear in your account. You have already received it. My strong advice is to, if at all possible, set that second check aside, because you will need those funds to cover all of your expenses throughout the entire month of November. To ensure everyone understands exactly who is impacted by these developments, let me break it down. For all seniors receiving retirement benefits, you are in line to receive the COLA increase, whether it ends up being the smaller standard one or the much larger potential one, and you are directly affected by the elimination of paper checks. If you are still receiving paper checks, you need to take action now. For individuals on disability or SSDI, the situation is identical to that of retirees. You will receive the COLA, and you must transition to direct deposit. For SSI recipients, you will also receive the COLA. You are the group receiving that early November check this month, and you are also subject to the new paper check elimination policy. For our nation's veterans who also receive Social Security benefits, all of the aforementioned changes apply to you as well. It is important to note that your VA benefits are administered separately and are not affected by these specific Social Security changes. For widows and widowers, your survivor benefits are tied to Social Security, so they will increase in line with the final COLA, just like all other benefits. For moms and dads who receive spousal benefits, whether you are divorced, widowed, or receiving benefits based on your spouse's work record, the COLA applies directly to you. In essence, if you receive any form of payment from the Social Security Administration, these changes are relevant to you and demand your attention. With all of that information on the table, here is your clear and simple action plan. I need you to commit to taking these steps this week. First, if you are one of the people still receiving paper checks, your immediate priority is to call the Social Security Administration today. Their number is 1-800-772-1213. Your goal is to get set up with direct deposit, or if you qualify, to carefully explain your hardship situation to request an exception. Second, you must verify that the bank account information the SSA has on file for you is completely accurate and up to date. The absolute last thing you want is for your payment to be sent to an old closed bank account, causing a major delay and headache. You can double-check this information online at ssa.gov or by calling them. Third, mark Friday, October 24th, on your calendar as the official COLA announcement day. That is when we will finally have a definitive answer on what your 2026 benefit increase will actually be. Fourth, if you believe, as many do, that changing the COLA calculation to the CPIE metric is the fair and right thing to do for seniors, then you must let your voice be heard. You can start by commenting below this video with "I support Social Security increase," so we can create a visible demonstration of how many people are passionate about this issue. Then, take the next step and call your elected representatives. Make some noise. These crucial decisions are being formulated right now, and your voice truly does matter in this process. Fifth, take a few minutes to review your Social Security statement online at ssa.gov. You need to ensure all of your past earnings have been recorded correctly. Errors can and do happen, and correcting an error, such as a missing year of income, can lead to a permanent increase in your monthly benefits. Look, I am not going to sugarcoat the situation. I understand that some of these changes are disruptive and will cause anxiety, especially for those who have relied on paper checks for years. That is a stressful transition, and I completely get it. But it's important to also see the real hope on the horizon. The COLA increase is a certainty. The only question is whether it will be the standard amount or the significantly larger amount based on the CPIE. Either way, it represents more money in your pocket than you are receiving right now. The end of paper checks is undoubtedly frustrating for some, but it's also true that direct deposit is a fundamentally safer and more reliable method. There's no risk of checks being lost in the mail or stolen from your mailbox. And for those who genuinely cannot use direct deposit, remember that the exception process exists for a reason. The single most important takeaway from all of this is the need for you to stay informed and to take proactive action. Don't be passive and wait until your benefits are suddenly altered and you are caught completely off guard. Be proactive. Make those necessary phone calls, double-check your accounts, and keep a close eye on the news this Friday. If this video has been helpful in clarifying what is happening with Social Security, I need you to do something for me now. Please hit that subscribe button and, just as importantly, click the notification bell icon. I post critical updates just like this one every single day because I know how rapidly things can change and how vital it is that you don't miss any information that could affect your benefits and your livelihood. I also want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me your thoughts. Are you worried about these changes, or are you feeling optimistic about the potential for a larger COLA? Are you one of the people personally affected by the elimination of paper checks? Let's open up a dialogue. We are all in this together, and your comment or question might just help someone else who is facing the same situation. And here's a final thought. A surprising number of seniors do not follow this news as closely as they should, so please share this video with your friends, your family members, your neighbors, and anyone in your church group or community that you know is on Social Security. They absolutely need to know about the October 22nd payment date, the permanent switch away from paper checks, and especially the monumental COLA announcement scheduled for October 24th. I also encourage you to check out my other videos. I cover a wide range of topics, from daily Social Security updates and other government benefit programs to practical ways you can save money, all the crucial information that truly matters when you are living on a fixed income and trying to make ends meet. There is very likely information on my channel that could help you qualify for additional benefits you didn't even know you were eligible for. Thank you sincerely for watching and for placing your trust in me to break down this complicated information for you. Always remember, knowledge is power. The more you understand about these programs, the better equipped you are to protect yourself and your family's financial future. I'll see you in the next video.